first, I mean, practices of best practices of EAG. There are some of the companies which have in best practices of EAG, IDC Limited, Infosys, Tata Steel, RKFL, etc. So that the IDC company should have a best practices. Conglomerate and IDC has long been taking off based on that company performance for taking of the growth of investments and adoption of the companies, the positive energies, which has to be in renewable energies also for employment, rural community, demonstrating a powerful synergy between this energies sequences of that company. Infosys also and its global leader for IT company for taking of exceptional leadership, normative stewardship and governance for practicing of system. Normally, the best practices for taking of updating of uses of popularly taking of making of this idea and also doing well articulated Paris Agreement, taking of EH concepts. We are arranging for all these benefits for energy, renewable energy, and also for taking of some of them. So the best practices we divide in bifurcated different steps. Set science-based targets, promote renewable energy, then implement sustainable practices. This is what comes under the environmental. Then move for social, foster diversity and inclusion, prioritize employee well-being, engage with local communities. Then governance practices ensure more diversity, promote transparency, implement ethical businesses. Then reporting and transparency, adopting global reporting standards, regulatory disclosure, ESG performance, engage with the stakeholders. Then based on these practices, how much the system is inculcated knowledge of ESG system for adopting for environmental adaptations, for ESG adaptations, for percentage of the companies is important than rather than other activities. Say, for example, in Indian public corporations, some of the key statistics of the Indian public corporations, 88% of implemented EH initiatives, then 60% of investors considering for funds, the name of the companies. Companies for taking of adapting and updating and adapting the system and making of significant investments contributions, then and there using of this company. In the Infosys is known for commitment to environmental, social and governance, ethical business practices and social responsibility, and also for the market cap of rupees 8.61 trillion dollars. Now, Adani Green Energy Limited focus on renewable energy, aim to become carbon neutral by 2040 with a market cap of rupees 1.58 trillion. So this is top EAG companies. Infosys is Libyan Limited, a leading pharmaceutical company. A leading pharmaceutical company for Libyan Limited. Company is practicing these EAG practices with a market cap of rupees 900 billion dollars. Adani Green Energy Limited also is renewable energy for this top pillar of the EAG practices. And friends, other notable companies, for example, in Tata Group, HDFC Bank, Reliance Industries, Wipro, Mahindra and Mahindra. These are the companies are notable contributions for EAG practices. So, for example, in this Tata Group, the global leader, you must know that it's a global leader company for having this contribution for EAG practices. So this consulting for outsourcing and recognized for its sustainable practices and community developments. HDFC Bank, a major private sector bank in India, known for its strong corporate governance and sustainable banking practices. With regard to this percentage of EAG, top pillar of the companies, then 88% of Indian public corporations, 60% of Indian investors, then 47% of Indian executives, 57% of Indian companies for practicing EAG practices. Then HDFC Bank, along with Wipro, a leading IT company, is practicing environmental efforts, social welfare initiatives, and ethical business practices. Mahindra and Mahindra is auto companies, automobile industry, automobile company is committed to sustainability and environmental conservations. So there are different segments. One is for the global leader technology. Tata Group is a global leader for international company for Reliance Industries Limited. Then HDFC Bank for HDFC Bank top leader. Then IT industry for Wipro. Then automobile industry for Mahindra and Mahindra. These are the top leader company for ESG practices. Come to the next, ESG startups in India. ESG startup in India. Aryan Ego Cranes Private Limited, Ego Technologies, Envision Environ Technologies, Reserve Enviro Private Limited. So this is comes under the EAG startups in India. Then EAG consulting firm, WPC India, Deloitte India, KPMG India, EY India, PwC India. According to this survey, 34% of total domestic AUM is projected to be a EAG investment in 2051. 2051. 75% of Indian companies prioritize sustainability and ESG business strategies. 64% of Indian executives believes ESG factors are essential for long-term successes. 57% of Indian companies have set a science-based target for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So ESG practices of investing, best practice of this company, we have taking of this, all these systems and performance based on that. For example, ESG top funds, ESG funds, ICICI Prudential ESG funds, Axis ESG integration strategy, Aditya Birla exclusionary, the top ESG funds, SPI Magnum Equity ESG. Under this, for companies and corporate, for adopting a system for top ESG funds. Friends, this State Bank of India Magnum is Equity ESG fund. There are 16.50% 3-year returns, about rupees 5,500 crore under this system, ESG funds. Next, ICICI Prudential ESG fund, nearly 22.53% for 3 years return, crores under for annual returns. Comes under next, Axis ESG integration strategy for fund, nearly for 17% for 3 years return under this ESG funds. Then Aditya Birla Sun Life ESG strategy fund, nearly for 17% of 3 years return under for rupees 600 crore for AUM. Next, Kodak ESG exclusionary strategy fund, nearly for 15% 3 years return, then rupees 800 crore for AUM. So these are the top ESG funds in India. The notable ESG contributions companies, notable ESG contribution companies for investment: Infosys, Wipro, HDFC Bank, Aditya Birla, of the ESG company. For Infosys, achieved corporate neutrality in 2020, 30 years ahead of this Paris Agreement targets, with 44% of its consumption in India coming from renewable sources. So this is for this company achieved carbon neutrality and taking off in 2020 Paris Agreement, accomplishment or taking security contributions, investment for renewable greenhouse gas emission intensity by 46% from 2008 baseline, with 40% of global energy consumption from renewable sources. For Wipro, for IT industry, reduced greenhouse gas emission intensity by 46% from 2008, first line with 40% of global energy consumption. Come to next, HDFC Bank financed over 7.6 billion rural household, provided vocational training to nearly 9 lakh peoples, and aim to reduce the carbon emissions intensity by 38% by 2030. So in HDFC Bank is a major player in private sector bank. They have to contribute for this best practices for finance over nearly 7.6 million rural household, provide vocational training to nearly for 9 lakhs people. They aim to reduce the carbon emission for 30 to 35% by 2030. Adani Green Energy Limited, AGEL, Adani Green Energy Limited aim to achieve 25 GW of installed renewable energy capacity by 2025 with a current capacity of 14 GW. So that green energy, for Adani Green Energy Limited, they have contributed for age investing best practices. Then another important fast-moving consumer goods, Hindustan Unilever Limited achieved 100% water abstraction, reduction in manufacturing processes, aiming for 100% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and the rating of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is the environmental system of EIG, and adopting system So another important aspects of impact of EIG investment in Indian corporates, every system of operations, missionaries, then for sustainable development, responsible investments, practices, and commitment towards are some key statistics and trends like growth of ESG investing, investor interests, ESG disclosure, ESG funds, then challenge, then some of the other aspects of ESG practices. Friends, let me discuss one by one the impact of ESG. Number one, growth of EIG investing. Investing market is expected to nearly for 4,000 million by 2030, growing a compound annual growth rate of 23.3%. It is leading to us from 2025 investing. So Indian EIG investing market is expected to reach nearly for 5,000 million by 2030, growing at the compound annual growth rates of 23.3% from 2025 to 2030. Then investor interest. Next point, 78% of institutional investors in India allocate up to 30% of their funds to EAG focused organization, driven by regulatory requirements, improve social and environmental outcomes, climate changes and climate pressures, and the outcomes is required for that investor interests. Third one, EAG disclosure, environmental, social, governance disclosure. The Securities and Exchange Board of India mandate up to
Hello, sir.
1,000 listed companies.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Your PPT, it is showing Infosys.
Yeah.
It is still the same. Yeah, you have not changed.
Okay. Thank you. So, then some of them may not in this slide. Therefore, short. So that EAG disclosure practice for taking of issues. Then the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI mandate the top 1,000 listed companies to disclose their ESG practices through business responsibility and sustainability reporting (PRSR) framework, enhancing transparency and accountability. Then ESG funds, we have discussed for this focus on this funds and all. Then becoming more popular in India, the notable funds including SPI, then ICICI Prudential Funds, Axis EAG equity funds. So these are the returns, very big returns under this category. Then EAG regulatory framework. Under this regulatory framework of the regulations, key provisions, core requirements, and the applicability of the Indian EAG regulatory framework. This Companies Act 2013, key provision under section 135 of CSR. It's a mandatory for 2% of the average net profit to spend CSR activities for this company meeting specific financial threshold. Then, under section 166, duties of the directors under this framework, because this is most important for the compliances. The directors have a fiduciary duty to act in the best interest of the company, its employees, communities, and for the protection of the environment applicable to all the directors. Next, the SEBI listing applications of that regulations, requirements, director requirements, then PRSR mandate. So this also is most important for business responsibility and sustainable reporting. Business responsibility and sustainable reporting. So this is another important mandate. The mandate EH disclosure, business responsibility and sustainable reporting, the top 1,000 listed companies per market cap for financial year 22-23. Then PRSR core assurance, based on that, is based on this mandatory reasonable assurance on the subset of key performance indicators, business responsibility and sustainability reporting, assurance of that key phenomena, set of key performance indicators on the core area of this corporate system for taking up these initiatives. Some of the benefits of ESG and the challenges of the ESG. Companies with a strong ESG practice may see a 10% increase in revenue and for reduction in cost and revenue reduction up to 20% due to improve the resource efficiency. ESG investing also help mitigate risk, enhancing portfolio performance, contribute to long-term sustainability. The challenges of ESG practices for taking off. Despite the growth of ESG practice investing in India, challenges persist, including number one, limited investment options. Number two, subjectivity in ESG ratings. Number three, potential green washing. Number three, short-term validity. Then lack of historical data. So these are the challenges. The challenges we discussed deeply. Data availability and quality. Challenges. Challenges in ESG investing in India. Data availability and quality. Green washing. Regulatory framework. Investor awareness. Market liquidity and volatility. Standardization and comparability. Green premium. Short tenism. Stakeholder engagements. So these are the challenges are facing for ESG investing in India. Friends, this is a most important need of the data availability and quality. So limited availability of Reliance ESG data, inconsistent reporting standards, difficulty in comparing ESG performance across companies. So data availability and quality. Then greenhousing, companies may exaggerate their ESG efforts. Greenwashing, some company may for exaggerating, sometimes maybe for add some information is lack of information or fact information may be added. The lack of transparency and accountability, difficulty in distinguishing between genuine ESG effort and greenwashing. This is for greenwashing. It's another important challenges. Friends, comes under this regulatory framework, evolving regulatory landscape, then lack of standardization, then need for cleaning guidelines and enforcement. Evolving regulatory landscape. So the regulatory framework framed by standards and lack of standardization ESG reporting. Reporting may be for standardized, but some behind this informations may be lack. Need for clearing guidelines for enforcement is important. Some principles should be adopted, but not in position to be followed this. That investors awareness, another important aspects of awareness concepts. The limited understanding of ESG benefits, lack of education and trainings, difficulty in integrating ESG factors into investment decisions. Friends, awareness is important. Investors' awareness. Awareness is another important aspects. for taking of challenging of this system. Then market liquidity and volatility. Market liquidity and volatility, another important source. ESG focused funds may face liquidity challenges. Then volatility in the ESG markets, difficulty in managing risk and returns. Because this is a market liquidity and volatility is another important aspects. Implied volatility taking place whenever it's necessary, they have to be changed, they may be adapt, or it may be mutilated. Some things may be ESG focused on invariably adapting for this system. So difficulty in comparing such kind of informations, maybe for change or may not be changed. Then most important for benefits of investors awareness taking place, and investors awareness for taking of so this is benefits of investors awareness. Number one, protection against investment scam, informed investors decisions, risk management, responsible investing. These are the benefits of investors awareness. For this is most important for as a learners. Protection against investment scam. The awareness program, they educate the investors on common scam and warning signs, helping them recognize potential threats. There may be analysis for protection against these investment scams. So if you are investing this for Infosys or IDC, or it may be for protection requirements, but we have to protect against the scam. Because of these compliances, as per the Companies Act, the regulatory framework is very strong in this. Informed investment decisions. Investors learn about different asset classes, risk factors, market trends, enabling them to make informed decisions. So informed investment decision, that is asset classes, which investment you are going to invest in different perspectives. Then responsible investing. Responsible investing. Investors learns about responsible investments, behavior, long-term financial reporting. You are responsible investment. This another important benefits investor awareness. These things we are going to use for that purpose. Then move to next. Investors awareness. Then making of this sectoral track. So this is a recent underperformance of large cap banking and technological stock as disproportionately affected ESG funds, as these sectors are heavily represented in their portfolio T2 for this relatively better ESG score compared to manufacturer resource initiatives. This normally for top 1,000 firms, and the availability of data has created a missing middle information for investment scam. The investors awareness initiatives, SEBI investors awareness campaign, NSE Investors Awareness Program, National Stock Exchange Awareness Program, the Investors Awareness Program. So these are the important awareness program initiatives by corporates. So SEBI is launching a massive investor awareness campaign along with the state government to educate retail investors about investing in the securities markets. NSE Investor Awareness Program, NSE conducts investor awareness program across the country, focusing on financial literacy and responsible investing. Because NSE also is another important player for exchange, National Stock Exchange. They conduct an investor awareness program across the country, focusing because this comes under this speculations. Speculations also taking place for gambling. Sometimes maybe for a particular company share will be increased. That will going to for purchase or buy option or put option, call option in different perspectives. Then automatically you have to see that awareness program is essential for that. Investors awareness programs, IAP, cater to investors from all walks of life, providing education on various investment avenues, risk management strategies, and financial planning. There should be some rating of these factors in different perspectives, rating environmental, social, and governance. 1, 2, 3. Some scaling methods. Next, key topic covered under this category: financial planning and goal setting, risk assessment and management, investment option and strategies, regulatory frameworks. So financial planning and goal setting is more important for investing this ESG markets. Investors learn how to invest, set to realistic goals for making of this and create a financial plan. There are different plans. Which plans are more suitable for us for investing? So this is the plan and setting goals depends upon that values, value creations. Risk assessment and management next. Investors understand the risk management and risks for taking care of this, all these things. Manage risk in their investments. Understand how to access and manage for this risk analysis. Then next, investors' opinion and strategies. Awareness program covers various investment strategy systems because that the premier valuations, a focus on quality stocks that are ESG compliance can lead to portfolio with inherently higher valuations, while these companies are maybe for more stable, their premium pricing can limit these potentials for significant upside returns. So this investment option and the strategies, this awareness program cover various investment options, including mutual funds, stock markets, and bonds. The regulatory framework, another important aspects, then using for this, investors learn about this regulatory market because the bodies of this role protect these investors. This is a governance. Regulatory framework comes under governance. The governance part, before investing, investor must have thorough knowledge about that governance policies. That only you have to be safe on this part. Friends, this investor awareness, we are looking into these issues. Nearly for 78% of Indian investors are aware of this importance of financial planning. 78% awareness about this investment plan, but only 31% have written financial plannings. About 60% of investors in India believe that financial literacy is essential for making informed investment decisions. 60% investors know this financial literacy is most important. Friends, 55% of the retail investors in India are not aware of the risk associated with investing in the stock market. So for EAG and mutual funds, then equity funds, all these things, 55% of retail investors in India are not aware of the risk associated with investing in the stock market. Friends, 70% of investors in India rely on friends or family for investments. 70% of the investors in India rely on friends and family for investment advice rather than financial advisors. See, they're looking to this point. So very happy to. Nearly 70% of the investors in India rely on friends and family for investment advice rather than financial advisor. 70% is good. All are more motivated and well educated and well informed. Very happy to 70% is huge rather than financial advisor. Friends, 85% of the investors in India believe that investment awareness programs are essential to protecting their interests. 85% of the investors in India believe that investors awareness programs are essential for protecting their interests. Friends, 40% of investors in India have experienced financial losses due to lack of knowledge or poor investment decisions. Only 40%. So these are some of the highlights of this investment perspectives for Indian investors. This in EAG investing in India. Move to next, limited investment universe. EAG funds in India are heavily biased towards a small pool of about 100 large cap stocks. Applying strict EAG screening criteria further narrow this limited universe, facing fund managers into concentrated portfolio for restricting their ability to divest effectively. There is a specific reason for underperformance of thematic funds or niche-related limited investment universe. So this limited investment universe. Then move to next. Premium valuations. Then sectoral stocks. Comes to net performance snapshot, Indian EAG indices versus broader market annualized returns. Index 5 years annualized returns as of 2000, that is old records, not new records. So this limited investment universe can restrict investment opportunities and make it challenging to achieve diversification. Some of the potential implications are: number one, reduced diversifications; number two, fewer investment options; Number 3, increased reliance on a few assets. Number 4, difficulty in achieving investment goal. So these are these implications of a limited investment universe. So it is difficult to achieve the adequate diversification, increasing portfolio risks. Then potential solutions. We have a potential solution for a limited investment universe: global investing, thematic investing, exploring alternative investments, active management. So this is comes under this comes under limited universe. Active management. Work with this investment manager who have actively participate for taking off oriented, assets oriented. By exploring these potential solutions, investors can work to overcome these limitations, to restrict and invest for global investment goals. Then move to next, the premium valuations. Yes, the quality oriented. That for EH compliance, taking of the inherent higher qualifications and taking for valuations for adopting for these systems. The premium valuation refers to practice of assigning a higher value to a company or assets due to its strong financials, growth prospects, broad reputation, or other desirable characteristics, etc. So this is for assigning higher values to a company or asset due to its strong financials, growth perspectives, brand reputations, other desirable characteristics. Let us see examples of these companies. Well-established company with strong, broad reputations, consistent financial performance as a brand, premium valuations. Consistent financial performance and a proven track record of innovations, and its earning per share are rupees 20. The company P is a relatively new company with a smaller market share, less predictable financial performance. Its stock price of rupees 200, earning per share is 10. Premium calculations, we look into this formula: price to earnings, price to earning ratio. This is we have to company A 25, company P is 20. When you look into this system for reason for premium valuations, a strong brand reputations, reasons for premium valuation. Most important for this quality stock. There are different reasons for premium valuations: strong brand reputation, consistent financial performance, growth prospects, industry leaderships. So this is comes under that reason for premium valuations. Under this category, strong brand reputations, company A has to be a well-established brand which can lead to customer loyalty and retention. It's a strong brand reputation. Premium valuation, quality. X company, Hindustan Unilever Limited, provides quality-oriented goods, services. That is reputation. This is a strong reputation for this HUL. All necessity goods, day-to-day usage goods are more strong valuations. Then consistent financial performance. Company A, for example, company A has proven track records, proven track records of financial stability and growth. That is a premium valuation. How is ordinary investor to invest systems? Only because of this kind of energies which company you are going to. Company A we have to adopt. Then we are looking into this consistent financial performance, growth prospectus. When you look into this for growth prospectus for premium valuation, company A has a strong pipeline of new products and services which can drive future growth. Strong pipeline of new products and services. Strong pipeline of new product and services. So growth prospectus. A strong pipeline of new product and services which can drive future growth. Then industry leadership, premium valuation, industry leadership. Company A is a leader of its industry. Leader of a industry which can provide a competitive advantage. Competitive advantage which provides. So competitive advantage and core competency. Competitive advantage, core competence. They should have some competition, using for core competency. So this is, we have to adopt the system of this industry perspectives and application of this system. Sectoral track. So another important aspects of sectoral track. So this is this sectoral tracks refers to a negative impact of a particular sector. Negative impact of a particular sector or industry on our overall performance of the portfolio. Overall performance of the portfolio or market are examples. For example, investor has a diversified portfolio with the holding of various sectors, including technology, healthcare, finance. This comes under portfolio has to be significant allocations to the oil and gas sector, which can be underperforming due to declining of price and increased competition from renewable energy sources. Sectoral track calculations. Overall portfolio return is 5%. Oil and gas sector return 10%. Weightage of oil and gas sector in portfolio 20%. So this is a sectoral weight. What are the impact of next impact of sectoral? I am going to finish within 5 minutes. And interact with you. Sectoral. The impact of sectoral track 3% means that oil and gas sector, for the portfolio has no allocation of this. Of the oil and gas sector, its return would have been seen this. So reason for sectoral track, for industry specific challenges, overweight allocation, lack of diversification. So these are the important phenomenal part of the recent phenomena for this industry specification, overweight allocations, lack of diversifications. Come to the conclusion of this age practices. By enabling ESG investing in India can unlock new opportunities for growth, innovations, and sustainable developments, while also contributing to the global efforts to address pressing environmental, social, and governance challenges. As the Indian economy continues to grow, ESG investing is likely to play a crucial role in shaping the country's sustainable development strategy. Investors, companies, and regulators must work together to promote ESG practices, improve transparency and accountability, and create a more sustainable and responsible investment ecosystem. This ESG, environmental, social, and governance investing has gained significant contributions, in India, driven by increasing awareness and commitments towards sustainable and responsible investments practices. While there are challenges are associated with this ESG investing, such as limited investment options, data availabilities, and benefits of ESG investing, including improved risk management and long-term sustainability, make it an attractive option for investors. Friends, I hope you can listen and able to understand these concepts. Actually, these are different avenues for research. Many of them doing. Some of them maybe for carry on that guidance for research. This is small from this corporate governance and CSR and change this business sustainability reporting practices, sustainable reporting, business sustainability, then reporting practices. The principles should be adopted for this, again for the different perspectives of ESG investments. Previously it was sustainable governance, then environmental sustainability, then social sustainability. Now, three important pillars are integrated this ESG, sustained for investing this disclosure practices, ESG disclosure practices in India. There are different avenues for promoting for strengthening for ESG practices framework and promoting for transparency and building for robust ecosystem for support. AI also to play this important role for development of their investment avenue for business. I hope